Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So here we are, this is the final entry in my top 10 max lux per element. And then, yeah, the last one here is Dark. I will not be including limited time drop monsters, but I will be including impossible monsters. So yeah, let's go on ahead. Number 10 is Dax Ascension. And yeah, he's on this list because he's very easy to make. He is one of the Mythos Quest characters. So yeah, easy to get and easy to make a max slot. And he's very similar to Descoil. He is just a simple bounce, no gravity barrier guy with a blast bomb combo and a tackle strike shot. But I would say Dax is better because he has better speed. And yeah, higher speed characters easier to play with than a lower speed character. Yeah, so for beginners, I would say this is an excellent max slot. Plus, he looks really cool. But yeah, he's going to be outclassed very soon if you continue to make max lux after him. Okay, and number 9 is the new Cthulhu Ascension version. And yeah, this was kind of a surprise, but very, very grateful to have him. He has very balanced stats, plus the fact that he got the Hyper Boost edition lately, so that's great. Good stats all around. He is also a basic character, a bounce null damage wall, so he's good for beginners as well. He has a ton of homing shots, so he's great for scorpions or zombie loops. And then, yeah, he has a pretty basic strike shot of the laser plus homing, which you can just aim in any direction and it'll go where you like, so also easy to use. Yeah, great max luck for beginners and easy to make, so highly, highly recommend him. Okay, number 8 is Yeti. And then, yeah, once you make Yeti, she kind of outclasses Cthulhu, so yeah, she is a bounce null damage wall. Decent HP, very high attack, since she's a power type. And then she has a meteor strike shot, which is pretty unusual for a drop monster. And then the blast bump combo plus the one-way laser. The one-way laser is not that strong, so it's not really worth using her for that, but still. And then this is the Ascension version. A lot of people prefer her evolution version. It still has the blast bomb combo and it still has the meteor strike shot, but it has a higher speed, so it's easier to use. Alrighty, so that is Yeti, number 8. Number 7, this is kind of a personal pick. Not recommended for most people, but this is a Vinci Ascension. And she's good because she has a super high speed. HP and attack are very, very low though, so be aware of that. She has Mech Slayer, which is excellent since there are mechs everywhere, and she has no gravity barrier, so she can be used lots of different missions. And then one of the main reasons to use her is for her strike shot, which is a meteor strike shot. And so yeah, there are certain stages that call for both no gravity barrier and a meteor strike shot. Particularly Manama Saw and Murasame, so she can actually be good for those two missions. But she is difficult to make. Her mission is on the tough side, and yeah, her HP and attack are so low that it can be a pretty big disadvantage. But yeah, if you're committed to it, she can do good work for you. Okay, so next is number 6. My number 6 pick is Bastet Ascension. She has decent hit points, very high attack, and then pretty decent speed. And then the reason why I like her is because she has a Minesweeper. She's one of the very few max lux with Minesweeper. So she's almost my go-to for any mine quest, just because there are so few Minesweepers out there. And then she has a strike shot that charges up pretty quickly, 16 turns. And it is a tackle strike shot, which is definitely on the strong side. I recommend that you try it out. And yeah, her quest is not too difficult either, so she's pretty easy to make. Okay. Next, number 5 is Dark Muramasa here. Yeah, just like with Murasame, it's a long journey to get your first one, and a super duper long journey to get a max look of Muramasa. Yeah, as you can see, he's not nearly as close as my Murasame, but I'll still be working on him. He also has very balanced stats like Murasame, and then he has the bounce and null damage wall. So yeah, he will further obsolete Cthulhu if you get the max look of this guy. And he also has light resistance. So he can go into light missions and do extra damage because of the element advantage, but he won't take the extra damage. So he's particularly strong in light missions. And then he also has a very, very strong bump combo, the homing 25, and then plus the slice and dice. So yeah, just lots of damage, and then a lot of damage on scorpions as well, so that's very good. And then he also has a pretty unique strike shot, which can't be blocked by anything, and can be used from anywhere on the field, so it's an excellent strike shot. And it's the one where he shoots waves out. It's not a laser, so it won't be blocked by the laser barrier. So yeah, very easy to use, very strong as well. Dark Muramasa. Okay, and then number 4 overall, Dark Max Luck, is Soulwing X here. And yeah, pretty balanced stats. And then just like Dark Muramasa, he has light resistance. So he does extra damage in light stages. He also has null gravity barriers, so he can go to lots of different missions. And then he also has a 16-turn tackle strike shot, which does a lot of damage. So yeah, also pretty easy to make. Just play X Awakens 2, get 1 of Soulwing X, and then put regular Soulwings into him to raise his luck. Okay, and then the number 3 Dark Max Luck is Tsukiyomi, Takayasha. And yeah, she is maybe one of the best extreme Max Lucks in the game. She has high damage output with her decent attack, and then her bump combo, the energy circle, and then the strike shot, the explosion strike shot. Yeah, she's pretty easy to use, no gauge, just a pierce. You can aim straight for the boss's weak point. And yeah, she is definitely on the difficult side to make, but she is very worth it. I would even say it's worth paying an orb to continue every time you need to play her. Okay. The number 2 max luck of all in Dark, this is going to be controversial as well, but number 2 is Tsukiyomi. And yeah, she has a quadruple ability, which is crazy. The double null of Minesweeper and Null Warp, which is very useful now and will be even more useful later. And then she also has a double Slayer, Beast Slayer and Deity Slayer. Beast Slayer is great against mobs, and then Deity Slayer is great against bosses. So she has a lot of versatility. On top of that, she has a strike shot, which tackles and recovers your hit points. And then she has bump combo, which hits random guys, and then also has a small chance to stun. So yeah, she has abilities upon abilities. Her stats are a little bit on the low side, but her speed is good, so. And yeah, the reason that is controversial is because my number 1 pick is Akala here. Akala is not the most popular impossible monster, primarily because he is very slow, and then his strike shot and his bump combo, they're both a little bit on the difficult side to use. His strike shot is the rebound laser, and it works best if it's either horizontal or vertical. And so you need to work on your positioning, and then hope the weak point comes to you, and then you can use the strike shot to do lots and lots of damage. 2 million, maybe even 3 million damage, if you get it right. And then the bump combo here is a Flare. It does a lot of damage, as much as a Power Type's one-way laser, but the radius is very small. It's like a blast bump combo or a mini spread shot. So you really need to play Akala to get him as close as possible to your target to get the most out of him. But yeah, he's got crazy hit points, he's got crazy attack, and so yeah, he can be an HP tank for you. And then with his attack, his specialty will be pinching. So yeah, get in there, get lots of hits in, get a lot of damage as well. And then his double null ability is possibly the best double null ability in the game, which is no gravity barrier and no damage wall. And this is very rare for Hatcher monsters, and he is the only drop monster with this double null ability. So he's very valuable for that reason. And yeah, I think that will do it for my top 10 Dark Max Lux. Let's see if there are any honorable mentions here. Not really. I think I said everybody. This is a Desk Coil. He's pretty easy to make, but his the way he plays and then his skill set is so similar to Dax Ascension that once you make Dax Ascension, I would just skip Desk Coil. So, alrighty, I think that'll do it for our top 10 Max Lux per element. Thanks for watching. Take care.